I fucked up my six-figure personal brand, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to do to not do what I did. My six-figure personal brand with over 300,000 followers, over 100 million views every single month. I just want to tell you everything that I did wrong so you can completely avoid it and see success faster for longer. I'm going to give you 5 things that I did wrong. Literally me sitting in the car reviewing the past 4 years of my life in the fitness industry and multiple other industries as well, and things that keep coming to mind that I'm like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that, I regret doing that. If I wouldn't have done that, I would still be making 6 to 7 figures off of this one fucking brand. And by the end of this video, you'll have 5 things that you should do to completely have a successful and long-term personal brand. Or just brand in general. This applies for all brands. Number 1 thing, we're not even going to talk about shit that all these other fucking social media gurus, because I don't want to teach you social media. I want to teach you how to avoid what I did wrong so that you can be successful faster than me. And the number 1 thing that we're going to talk about is comments, and it seems so fucking simple. But with my most recent personal brand, I was getting tens of thousands of comments on my videos. The biggest pages on the internet were reaching out to me, ESPN, Mob Bench, Raw Gear, Young LA, all the biggest brands. I was working with the biggest brands. Brands were reaching out to me to repost my content, my athleticism, my gym that I owned in Miami. I was getting tens of thousands of comments. And I responded to maybe a couple hundred at that. DMs I was very good at responding to. I have a lot of those guys in my Discord. But when I fucking tell you, respond to your comments. This seems so simple and so easy. It's like, oh yeah, I would totally do that. But when you see 10,000 comments on every single video within 30 to 72 hours, it gets a little bit overwhelming. But hey, maybe I'm just a bitch and maybe AI just wasn't available at the time because it wasn't. ManyChat wasn't a thing. But respond to every fucking comment that you physically can. Alex Eubank has harped on this a lot on his little business page. Hadi Abdel, lots of the other big industry leaders in every industry have harped on this. And I did not take advantage of that. It seems very fucking simple, and a lot of people don't give a shit about it. And there are some people who think, well, I think that if I got big, I would take advantage of that. This is something you do not want to forget, which is why it's at number 1. We cannot forget that you, the person watching this video, you, the one liking my video, you, the one commenting on my video, are the only reason that we have a brand in the fucking first place. The only reason that I can do this for a full-time living, and the only reason that these videos are getting views, going viral, making money, whatever the case may be. You need to fucking respond to every comment possible. I cannot harp on this enough. It's very, very important. So number 2, inject your personality as much as possible. Yes, in the very beginning, if you've never made content before and you're just trying to figure out how to make viral content, it would probably be in your best interest to copy what other people are doing. Not word for word, not the exact same format, but posing videos, you can't trademark a fucking pose. You can't trademark that song. Yes, the original copyright owner of that song can copyright you or whatever the case may be, but TikTok, that's not really the problem. What I'm saying is if you don't know how to create content, make what works and inject your personality. Inject your fucking goofiness. Inject your favorite songs. Inject your foods, your weird little mixes. Like I put protein in my coffee, and sometimes I'll put Monster in my coffee with the protein shake. And everybody thinks it's fucking weird. I'm just gassing myself out on caffeine. But what I used to do is I'd put protein shakes in coffee because that was my creamer because I can't have milk. Nobody fucking does that. That thinks it's weird. But that was very, very popular. I got tens of millions of views, and I had a brand reach out to me that they wanted to work with me to push something like that. And I said, okay. That turned into a very big deal for me. But what I'm getting at here is inject your personality. It is very, very easy to continue to do what is working because it's worked for other people without realizing, hey, this isn't really me. I'm copying something that somebody else has already done that's going viral for me because it works. But it's them. It is not you. Everything is not about virality. Yes, we want to get as many eyeballs on you as possible, as fast as possible for whatever reason you're building a personal brand. But at the end of the day, let's remember, this is a personal brand. And even if it's not a personal brand, it is your brand. And it has to be about you and around you and your beliefs and your morals and everything about you. It is your fucking brand. So just please do that. Number 3, change shit up. Consistency is fucking amazing. Consistency will take you a very, very long way in life. But I did the exact same thing, posting 3 times on every single platform, 5 platforms to be exact. You have Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I was posting 3 times on every single one of them for 3 years. Did amazing. For the first 6 months, not much traction. After the 6 months, got to 60K. I went from about 3,000 followers to 60,000 followers. And then after that, it just kept growing exponentially. And that's when we got to over 300,000 followers. Now, I burned the fuck out of myself. There's lots of different ways to burn out. Doing too much, doing the same thing for too long, doing things that you hate. There's tons of ways to burn out. But the number one thing that I can tell you about this, because I'm literally right back to doing the exact same thing, if not more, with TikTok Shop. I'm posting on 3 different accounts 5 times a day. The videos are arguably about the same quality as they were when I was first blowing up. But at the same time, something that I heard, very interesting video today from this guy who's starting his personal brand. He lives in Shanghai. I never thought about this because I hate working in coffee shops and I hate working in public, but it actually has stimulated a little bit more productivity and growth. And something that he said was, when you are doing the work, the same monotonous tasks every single day, switch it up. Switch up the routine, switch up when you do it, switch up how you do it. Get the same stuff done, get the same work done, get the same quality of work done, but switch up where you do it and how you do it. Do not get stuck in the same cycle of consistency. Once you see a level of success, most people do not fall off because, they're tired of it or because they don't know what to do. They fall off because they're bored, like 100% because they are bored. And as entrepreneurs, we obviously do not want to go the same route as everybody else. We don't want to do the same fucking thing every single day. So if you do the same fucking thing every single day with this prison that you have created that you thought you were going to love, you just put yourself exactly where you didn't want to be. So make sure you switch it up. Give yourself the freedom. Give yourself the option. Do what you set out to do. That's all I'm going to say about that. I made this huge mistake with posting on 5 fucking platforms. And before I created the Jay's Physique personal brand, the whole fitness personal brand, I had done cars, I had done gaming, I had done lifestyle, and I had done graphics animations. I have done all of them. I'm a nerd at heart. But when I tell you, prioritize one fucking platform, find the format that is going to serve you best, the vehicle that is going to serve you best. I recommend long form content for anybody and everybody. It's the hardest content to learn. It takes the longest to do, but it can be repurposed into a million different things. If you do a podcast or an interview or something like this, the value can be chopped into 6 to 7 different videos, and the video is 10 to 15 minutes long, or you make 13 videos possibly. But what I'm saying is pick the vehicle that is going to serve you best. If you're doing info products and if you're selling something directly to people's fucking faces, it would be in your best interest to make long form content that is very directly showcasing, it's showing proof, it's showing your competence. It's very hard to bullshit for 10 fucking minutes. It's very easy to bullshit for 10 seconds and give the top 3 best tips or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Very easy to do that. Very difficult to sit here for 10 to 30 minutes and drop bomb after bomb after bomb and be able to articulate in a competent way and continue to give value. This is a very difficult thing to do. The format is very difficult. So if you can learn long form, absolutely fucking do it. If you don't want to do it and you want to stay away from it, that's fine. But pick a format that's going to work for you, that's going to blow you the fuck up, that you're going to be recognized for. Pick a format and hammer it. And on top of that, pick a platform. Don't do all 5 platforms. Pick a platform that you are going to use as your vehicle. Base it off of demographics and the people who are on that platform and the type of content that you want to make and the type of way that you want to eventually monetize your brand. Yes, use Repurpose.io and post this content to every single platform, but what I want you to do is take a look at the platforms. If you're selling a digital product or an info product, don't go to TikTok. You're going to get trolled. You're going to get called a scammer. And I'm not saying that this goes for everybody, because if you have enough proof and enough backing, everybody's going to be like, okay, yeah, this is legit. But at the same time, you have to remember the people on TikTok, the culture of TikTok is trolls, incompetence, degeneracy. They're generally younger, and I'm not saying that TikTok is not a business platform, because it is a very, very great platform to be able to monetize yourself from like day one. But what I am saying is make sure that the demographics in your ideal avatar, your ICP, is hanging out where you are posting content. So pick a platform that's going to serve what you want to do. And number fucking 5, focus on one thing. Create content for a purpose and create content for an actual reason. But when it comes to you creating your content, your purpose, your interest, your passion, whatever the fuck you want to call it, make sure that when you are creating content, that you are creating it and you are sticking to a sole purpose. I'm not saying box yourself in. I'm not saying fucking stay in one niche. But what I am saying is when you choose to monetize or when you choose a path, stick to it until you systemize it. A massive mistake that I made was this fucking shiny object syndrome of I can make content with UGC and brand deals and the creator program and, you know, being sponsored, and I can sell a product and a workout program, and I can do all these fucking things. Being a jack of all trades is a blessing and a curse in disguise, okay? If you have proficiency and competence in multiple different things, that's fucking awesome. But in order to make it your full-time living and be able to systemize it, you need to be able to do it, pick something, make it work, make sure you are proficient in it, and then systemize it so that you don't have to do it forever and you don't live in it. If you have to do something forever, the whole purpose of this entire thing, I'm assuming, is for you to be free. To go where you want, when you want, however you want. I'm pretty sure that's a majority of why people start this. Freedom of some way, shape, or form. Which is why I said don't make this about a passion or interest, but make this more focal point. Make this more focused. Make this more singular. If you can make one of your avenues make your money and then systemize that avenue, you can go chase and fuck off anything that you want, which is what I've been able to do now. But in the beginning, I was trying so many different things, and even one of my buddies, David, he's like, bro, you just keep fucking bouncing around doing different shit. That's not gonna work. You're gonna make money if you're good at what you do. If you're not good at what you do, you're not gonna make money. But if you are good at what you do, you're going to make money. But you're not going to make livable, sustainable, predictable money, which is what you want to do. Now, with that being said, pick one thing, do that one thing until it works. Once it works, systemize it. If you have to continue to do something every single day, you're going to feel like a slave to it, and you're going to end up disliking. So a quick recap of everything that I have told you to not do and what you need to do is going to be to respond to every single fucking comment that you get. Respond to every comment, respond to every DM, respond to every story, respond to as much as possible, because you never know. One single person can change the entire course of your life. That's number one. Number two, these people are the only reason that you have what you have. Respond to them, show them love, give them everything you got. Don't fucking send them fire emojis. Actually respond. Voice notes are faster and arguably the best way to give the most detail and make it as personal as possible. Number two is to inject your life and your beliefs. The sooner that you inject your lives and beliefs, you may not have virality at first, but I can't even guarantee you a timeline because it's different for everybody. It's different for every niche, especially depending on how big the niche is. But inject yourself as soon as fucking possible, because this isn't about you being a fucking funk monster. This isn't about you being a dark master of content or whatever the case, because the second that you talk about you, or the second that you talk about something else that is not what people have been following you for, you're gonna get fucked. This is how it is. It happened to me. It's happened to literally hundreds of other creators that I've seen in multiple niches that I've done. When you center your personal brand and you around something that is not you, and then you finally feel comfortable enough to talk about you, you're gonna get cooked. So don't do it. Set yourself up for success and do what I just said. And avoid what I did, okay? Number three, change the scenery, change the way you do things, switch shit up, make things creative. Get creative with your life. Get creative with what you do. We are creatives. We do not like the same cubicle shit every single day. So, don't put yourself in the fucking cubicle. Simply do that. You don't have to do the exact same routine, the same shit every fucking day. The routines that help you, like eating your ginger and your supplements and cold plunge and all that good stuff, yes, do that every day, but try to switch up your work routines, because 90% of the shit that we do, we're going to hate until we get the thing that we want. And the thing that we want, half of the time, you have to do a lot of shit in front of it to get the thing that you actually want. You're going to have to do a lot of shit that you don't want. Number four, prioritize the right content. Do not prioritize views. If you guys are prioritizing only getting views, you're most likely going viral. You're most likely getting views that don't matter. You're most likely getting views that are broad interest. You're most likely getting views from people who are not directly interested in you, what you have to say, or your product, unless you are taking some sort of controversial stance or a stance that elicits a lot of people to be able to respond. And depending on what your content is and depending on what you're posting, you might not have that big of a group of people that have the competence to actually participate in the conversation that you are having or proposing. So just keep that in mind. Viral's not always good. A lot of times it's really not, which is why I don't give a fuck that I have low views now, because I have some solid people that are constantly showing up in my DMs, in my comments, and everywhere else, which I love all of you guys, so thank you. If you've made it this far in the video, you're one of the very few that actually has an attention span longer than a fucking goldfish. Number five, focus on why you are building your brand, not your proficiencies. The things that we're building our brand around, it doesn't matter if it's fitness, it doesn't matter if it's you know how to make really sexy content, it doesn't matter if you're lip syncing, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. You need to focus on what the fuck is the reason that you're building your brand. Why are you building a social media presence? Why are you building a digital footprint on the internet today? Why? What is the reason why? And the reason that your why is a lot more important than anything else is because you're going to have to do a lot of things that you don't like. You're going to have to create. You're going to have to get up at times you don't want to get that golden hour shot, to get the drone shots. And I'm not saying this is for everybody, but there's going to be a lot of things up front that you don't want to do and new skills that you're going to have to learn. If you're new to this, there's a lot you have to learn. Everything from sound engineering, video editing, videography. You're going to have to learn the different scripts and structures and bodies of content and hooks and storytelling. Unless you are innately just fucking gifted in all of this shit, which, by the way, the only thing that is actually biologically part of humans with this entire social media and content thing is fucking storytelling. And a lot of people suck at that because their communication is not that great. So with all that being said, your why is going to be super important because your why is going to transcend all the shit that you hate. Your why is up here, all the shit that you hate is right here, but you're trying to get to here. You're going to have to do all of this to get over here. That's what you need to focus on, is the why. Because your proficiency, or the thing that you're building your skill around, we're going to use me as an example, my body, my physique, getting jacked was my proficiency. I was very proficient in that, and I was able to monetize that and build an audience around that. But there's a lot of things I had to do that I did not want to do to look and get the way that I wanted to, and to learn and build the social media to the caliber that I wanted to in order to get to the why. And what is the why? Because I wanted to live a free, happy life where I did not have to work, and I do not have to wake up, and I don't have to do the shit that I don't want to do. But I had to do a lot of stuff in front of that to get to that point. I really hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll make a fucking video clearing that up too, because your why is arguably the most important thing that you could possibly be holding on to throughout this entire journey. Here's a fucking bonus tip. Don't fucking cancel yourself. And I've talked about this so many times. I'm pretty sure Andrew's talked about this before. If you guys know who Sam Millsap is, super controversial dude. He's getting fried on the internet right now, but he's handling it quite well. And I'm not gonna fucking pick a stance on what he said or what he did. I really don't give a damn, because half the people on the internet are soft as fuck and you get hurt by a couple of words at this point. But one of my students, not name dropping, not exposing, but he kind of canceled himself. How do you not cancel yourself? Don't fucking apologize for what you said, unless at the very least, and I would personally, I would ignore any noise that is not helping you, because it will die. You are not that important. You are not going to be in the top of the news for fucking years. I personally would ignore anything negative about your name. But unless you're acting a fool and you know you shouldn't have done it, don't apologize. Most of the time, and the reason that I say this is because if you say something that you shouldn't have on the internet, not only did the people and the fans that support you, if you come out and apologize, now they look stupid and now they look wrong, and the other people got you to bend over and fucking apologize, which is not what we want you to do. And I'm probably not explaining this the best way possible, but if you say something on the internet, if you post something, you better believe it with your balls in your heart, and you better back it up, because your fucking fans, your people, your viewers, I hate to call them fans, but there are fans in there. There are viewers, there are supporters. Your community of people is backing you up. And if you step back and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, they're now all wrong, and probably going to be pissed the fuck off that you made them look stupid on the internet as well. So if you get caught up in some shit, do not cancel yourself, because you can't be canceled if you stand behind what the fuck you say like a man. You just cannot be canceled. Your community will back you the fuck up if you build it the right way. So that's just a little bonus tip right there. Now, if you want to monetize your proven skills, I don't have anything to sell you. But content creation is a proven skill that is proven to be beneficial in every fucking corner of the internet today. And this is exactly what I do with shit views as of right now while I'm currently building my personal brand. I made a video very specifically talking about the opportunity that all of us creators have right now to live a free life and do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. I made a video talking about the opportunity right now, and I also made a video answering the top 25 questions that are searched across Google and YouTube, answering every single one of them in depth. So if you want to watch that video, they'll be over here. Other than that, I hope this video was helpful, guys, and I will see you in those videos.